Well, this week things go really good, then really bad. Gracie got super sick. It's okay, you're okay.
Sorry you're missing the launch.
And then the unexpected happens.
Helicopters are starting to swirl.
Scott should be down at the press site by the countdown clock.
This is the bucket list. Holy cow, that was so incredible.
This is a really nice county park.
Yep, life is a journey with many twists and turns. The roads on the map may look straight, but we can assure you they're anything but.
This is not going well today.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said it best when he coined the phrase, "It's not the destination, it's the journey."
And the people you meet along the way.
He's back on the road. He's gonna make it all the way over east.
And our experience over the last few weeks have been no different. Big ups and downs. Plot twists every step of the way.
And a little whiplash in between.
It's been a wild ride.
In the last few videos, we took you guys along with us on an incredible adventure.
A once-in-a-lifetime experience, really. Our little YouTube channel was selected to participate in a behind-the-scenes experience at NASA's Kennedy Space Center here in Florida.
We were privileged to be able to take part in NASA's outreach to allow content creators such as ourselves to go and cover the historic launch of the crew flight test of Boeing's Starliner.
And over the course of 3 days, the NASA social team took us on a behind-the-scenes tour, and I'm talking everything. We got to go into the Boeing factory. We also got to go in the vehicle assembly building. We got to be up front, close and personal with the crawler.
And on the morning of the anticipated launch, we got to go out to Launch Pad 41 and stand right next to the rocket and Starliner on top. And the big kicker was, here comes the astronauts that are going to be flying on Artemis 2 next year to fly to the moon.
There's Starliner, there's astronauts, just another day.
And that was probably one of the coolest parts of the whole experience. We had no expectations that we were going to meet the Artemis 2 crew. They were very handsome.
Yep, she was gushing and I was trembling.
It was cool.
And then that evening they had us come back, and while we were waiting for the launch, about 2 hours prior, they scrubbed it.
We weren't surprised, we were deflated, but we weren't surprised.
We had been warned.
We'd been warned to be flexible. So they postponed it, and then they postponed it, and then they postponed it again to the weekend where we had family coming in. Our grandson, our son, his partner, they were all coming to spend time in Florida with us. So of course family comes first. And we spent a great few days sharing all of our area with them. And they even dragged me to Universal Studios.
And I stayed home.
Was it fun?
Yeah, did you see me?
Yeah, I heard you guys screaming and laughing.
But come to find out, they ended up postponing the launch again because they were working on some mechanical issues. So we thought, oh, maybe we will get to go back, because NASA Social invited us to come back to as many attempts as possible to launch the rocket and be in the press site, you know, up close and personal, not where not everyone gets to watch rocket viewing from. So it's a big deal.
So why are we home? Tammy and Gracie are both ill in bed this morning, and we're just going to have to watch it from here. This is how you intended on watching the launch?
No, I'm sorry.
Gracie either. She's not really following the drama.
Sorry you're missing the launch.
It's okay.
If it was just me sick, that would be one thing, but with her so sick. might needing to go back to the hospital. It's another thing, so.
We took her to 3 vets and ended up in Gainesville at the UF Animal Pet Hospital. She had a really bad bout of pancreatitis, is what we think. It was bad. We thought we were gonna lose her.
Maybe they'll invite us back for another launch. I feel a little sad we're not there, but I feel more sad for Gracie right now, so that's our priority.
I got to admit, I was wandering around a little bit aimlessly, thinking that, you know, geez, wouldn't it have been cool to be there? But you know what, family does come first, and that Saturday we turned on the live stream, chatting with all the people that are there right now.
This is our NASA social group.
And then they closed the hatch, and Butch and Sonny were sitting in their seats, and it was like T-minus 3 minutes, 50 seconds or something like that. And it's a scrub.
But then we got an email from our NASA social contact, and she said, who wants to come back? And they rescheduled it for June 5th.
Cut. Tammy's got to take Gracie out for a potty break.
We may or may not have a rattlesnake in the front of the house right now. The leaves, I heard.
That's a rattlesnake.
So we might have to address that after the video. We didn't have time to prep the RV to go. We still haven't prepped the RV yet for our travel season. I found a little motel room right on Cocoa Beach, and they had their own little beach that was dog friendly, which is a rare find.
And the last few times that we put Gracie in the truck, we were taking her to the vet or taking her to the dentist, and so she was pleasantly surprised that we were going for, you know, a long drive and having a little vacation time.
Because she loves adventures, she loves RVing, she loves traveling in the truck. It's like her happy place. And we wanted to make her happy. We packed up and we left within an hour because he had to be at check-in and badging at 5:45 in the morning.
I'm not used to doing things without Tammy. It's like she's my other half for sure. But anyway, she's back at the hotel with Gracie this morning, and I'm headed to Kennedy Space Center, and I'm gonna go finish what we started. The badging office is just over to the right here, and it's a good thing because they're stopping traffic up ahead, turning people around if they don't have any business being here.
Better this morning. Better this morning. Good morning, everyone. Gracie and I are feeling a lot better. Still working on it, but she's 95%. I'm 95%. We didn't want Scott to miss out on getting up close and personal with the launch. Hopefully, third time's the charm and it's going to happen. I wish I could have been there, but I don't want to leave Gracie right now. It just feels good to be here and spend this quality time with her. She's so cute. She's just sitting in the sand. It was like perfect weather. It was so hot on the other side of the coast at home. Unbearable to be outside. Being by the ocean makes a world of difference.
I'm standing outside the Neil Armstrong Operations and Walkout building. Helicopters are starting to swirl. The astronauts are going to come walking out of the door here about 25 minutes from now. And they're going to make their third attempt to get Starliner up in the air. So today's the day.
I got my NASA hat on for good luck. All right, let's see what we can see. I see him, I see him. Scott and the NASA social crew are standing right there. It's kind of fun watching it from this viewpoint with knowing that Scott's standing right there.
And Tammy made me promise that I would give her a call and do a little FaceTime with her and show her around. And that was fun. It was a good way to be able to share where I was at with her.
All right, Scott's calling, so let's see what he's up to on the ground over there.
This is where all the press people hang out until the launch. They got desks and places to set up their computers and communicate with whoever they got to communicate with. It's pretty cool. So this is the communications room right at the press site. We're going to be in here till about a half hour before the launch, and then I'm going to go out and set up out by the countdown clock. T-minus 12 minutes, and Starliner is going to be heading up to space.
And I also requested that right before the launch, at the countdown clock, if he could just FaceTime me, so maybe I could feel like I was there with him. That would be cool.
Let me see the time clock there.
Okay.
Look at you, 3 minutes, 57 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, get ready.
This is the bucket list. It's going to make me very happy to be here, but to try and get a good shot. So anyway, I got to get out of the way. All these cameras aimed at me.
Little did I know that he would end up all over YouTube live streams, NASA channels, because everyone had their camera set up, and Scott, you can see him on one of the YouTube channels, a big one.
I apologize to anybody that I got in the way of their shot. First of all, the reason I was over at the time clock was I was gonna hide behind it so I didn't get in anybody's way. I had 2 tripods out there. I had 2 video cameras rolling. I had my still camera rolling, and I'm holding my cell phone trying to do some live stuff. I'll tell you what, it came down to the last 3 seconds, and I realized I was about 5 feet away from my camera, and I had to lurch over there to pull the trigger.
Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Starliner.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
All you can do is feel it because it went in the clouds. Awesome.
About 10 seconds away from SRB jettison. Through the clouds above Florida's space coast.
So cool. I can only imagine what Scott's getting right now.
Holy cow. Holy cow. That was so incredible. And I didn't catch it until it was already above the tower. But I think I got a pretty darn good shot.
He got a great shot. And he got to be there and experience it up close and personal. The sound, the feel, the ground shaking, the whole thing.
Was it everything you dreamt?
It was. It was really cool. It happened so fast though. And
It did.
you wanted me to have all these cameras going, and I darn near missed the money shot.
Not only that, but you were all over YouTube live stream in the middle of people's feeds, standing in front of the time clock. So I'm not sure how many people are happy with you right now. We might not be invited back.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
That was...
Anyway, mission accomplished.
After all that, we decided to go have some beach time with Gracie and relax, and we all soaked it up and we're feeling great. But that's not where the story ends. We're so excited to get in our RV and go spend time over there during launches when we're here in Florida during the off season, that we wanted to go scout out some campgrounds, and we found what we think is like the perfect, reasonable campground right on the water.
This is a really nice county park. They have a huge fenced-in dog park. It's a really pretty park. They even have a pool. Most of the sites are like dirt, but I saw hookups at most of them. Lots of sites for smaller rigs, but there were several fifth wheels and Class A's in here, so it's a really nice park. It's perfect.
And the biggest amenity is vehicle assembly building, so Kennedy Space Center's just right off the park here. And I could see, yeah, I mean, a night launch would just be something else to watch from here, or a day launch.
You would like this, huh, Gracie? You would like this place.
This is like majorly exciting. 24 hours later, plus a couple hours, and we're still sitting here in Cocoa Beach, but those guys, Butch and Sonny, are up rendezvousing and getting ready to dock with the International Space Station right now. Are you worried about the astronauts, or are you just worried about Mommy coming back out and not spending too much money in the t-shirt shop?
All right.
Gracie and I were pretty worried.
At 12:34 p.m. Central Time above the southern Indian Ocean, we have confirmation of contact and capture of NASA's Boeing Crew Flight Test and Starliner aboard the International Space Station.
Pound it, baby. All right, woo. I guess I can relax now. You want to go look at some RVs?
And speaking of RVing, we have some news to share with you in our next video about the RV, about what RV we're gonna get, and it might just surprise you.
Big surprise. And back to those twists and turns in the road, they're not a bad thing. In fact, it's the twists and turns and the bumps and the peaks and the valleys, that's what makes life interesting.
And things always work out. You just gotta roll with it. All right, now about the snake. I'm thinking jeans might be a good idea too, babe. That's more like it.
I mean, all you Floridians, leave it in the comments below. What do you do when you got a rattlesnake?
Okay, turns out our rattlesnake is, I think, this little baby fledgling we found in the leaves. It was fluttering, and that's why it sounded like rattling.